Hey up, me ducks. How we doing? Let's pop open the chat. Is it showing yet? Yes, it is. So, just done me incense. Let me incense. How is everybody? Who we got here today then? So we've got Wiccan. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Maharet, Patsy, Book White, Thought Thingy. Jamie, morning Jamie. Hi Mike. And we've got Nicole as well. Diane. Anne's. Merrick. And I've said hello to I was going to grab the incense then instead of my coffee. Said hello to Sandra. Maharet, Robert, Elwasson, Donna, Amanda. We've got Kate. Kate does crafts. Hello, Kate. So nice to see everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. Hi, B. Hey up, Becca. Becca's here. And Annie. Whew, well, I've just finished the third season of Ozark. It's taken me exactly a week. I started last Friday, not the third season, right from the beginning. I've not seen any of them. And I know I'd got this week off work. Can't really do much, so I just wanted a box set. And I put something on my Facebook group just to say, anybody recommend any good films or series on Netflix or Amazon Prime? And a lot of people were suggesting Ozark, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Absolutely bloody brilliant. I was hooked. In fact, today I've been really lazy. I've just switched off devices and I watched 6 episodes, only breaking for lunch because and I was like, I'll watch 1 or 2. And then it ends on this real cliffhanger. So I was like, oh, I'll just watch 1 more. So now it's done for a year. Ozark is well scripted, acted and filmed show. Yes, it's fantastic. It really is. And the way you get to the character development is brilliant, but the way you get to become invested in them, even what they're doing is terrible. It's just a real roller coaster, but it was really, really good. So I really enjoyed that. Being lazy, I haven't got out of bed yet. Wow, mind you, it's earlier over there. I got up early this morning. I went food shopping, did a week's worth of food shopping. So that's that done now for a week. Shaved my head, had a bath, and then, like I say, I've been watching Ozark. I'm so glad you watched Ozark. It's amazing. Have you seen all 3 seasons, Donna? That ending, oh my goodness, I'm not going to do no spoilers. Just finished season 3 of The Crown. I love The Crown as well. The Crown is brilliant. And the next season, season 4, is going to be the final season. Sandra's been doing some deck modding today. I almost started watching Ozark yesterday, but didn't. Guess I need to. It's addictive. It's really addictive. I've got my sister on it now. She's on the second to last episode of the 1st season. But yeah, Ozark is brilliant. I've been binge watching season 5 of Shetland. Not heard of that one. Hi, Alana. Howdy, Tammy Pie. Good to see you. If I've missed anybody else coming in, Bosadie, I've just seen you as well. Then I'm sorry, I just got engrossed talking about Ozark. Essence has been watching since the 1st season. Becca's had to go shopping too. How did you find it? I had to queue for a bit, but I got there about 7:45 this morning. And I was in the store by 8 o'clock, and I was out by past. So it was all good. I've been watching a Discovery of Witches. I couldn't get into that. I've got up to like the 3rd episode like 3 times, and in the end I deleted it. It's just something I just couldn't get into. Have you watched Wentworth? Have I watched Wentworth? I'm obsessed with Wentworth. Absolutely love it. That's coming back end of next month, I think. It usually airs in May, and the way it ended last year, oh my goodness. Season 4, The Last Kingdom. Not into Ozark yet. Oh, it gets you, it grips you. Ozark's so good, and The Crown is amazing, I agree. Ozark season 3 ramps up a whole new gear. It really does. Last week I watched The Tiger King, which was interesting. Before that I watched I'm Not Okay With This, which didn't take long at all. It took like 2 days because it's the first season and there was only, I think, 7 episodes and they're 20 minutes. So it didn't take long to watch them at all. You could actually watch that season in an afternoon. Becca Talks and Tarot says, horrible. Oh, your shopping experience. Oh dear, I know. People are talking about Shetland. I've not seen that. Did you have long queues? Sandra's asking Becca. Naomi, hello Naomi. Yes, there was long queues. Okay, so, and then this came today as well. Now, do you remember I showed you last week that Anne made me this lovely pouch? I'm going to put a Marseille deck in that now because she sent me this one, which arrived today, with these hairs on it, which I absolutely love. And they're so well made. Look at the lining on that one. Isn't it gorgeous? So I put my Centennial in there, and then I'm going to put a Marseille in with that one. I might even put my new Ozarks Tarot, Marseille Tarot in there, because they come shrink wrapped without any boxes or anything. So, but yeah, really lovely, and it's fantastic what Anne's doing. She's giving one away every day in the Hermit's Cave, and she's not accepting a penny, not even for postage. And she said it's her way, while people are in quarantine, for her to be able to keep busy, do things, and just gift. And she gifts one every single day. You just have to be in there and the first person to comment or send her a private message saying when she puts one out. And they're all different. But she gave this one away to somebody a couple of days ago and then sent me this one because she knew that I liked hers. So it was really nice of her, really sweet of her. Adorable bag. It is, it's really nice. That's utterly gorgeous. Self-isolated, depressed. Try not to be too depressed. It is a difficult time for a lot of people, but you know, it's an unnecessary evil, isn't it, that we're having to do for the greater good. But I mean, that's why somebody like Anne really inspires me, because she's just doing something. There's me sitting watching 6 hours of Ozark when, you know, there's people out there creating and making things and bringing joy to people. Kay's backed the Oak, Ash and Thorn 2. Just started watching the new season of What We Do in the Shadows. It's amazing. Isn't that a comedy, What We Do in the Shadows? I remember Kelly Bear talking to me about it once. I did make a video too, Simon. I did make a video too. Okay, that's good. I'll try and get to videos. Like I said, I've not been online or anything today. I've just been kind of unplugging from internet world and just binging out on finishing the season, because it's my last day off. So I've got the weekend, but it's my last weekday off. I'm back at work on Monday. So Donna went to taxidermy school at Lake of Ozarks. I've seen some of your taxidermy as well. So, curious me, I'm from Wisconsin and our governor just declared an extension to our stay at home until May 24th. Ours has been extended till the 7th of May. So last night we found out that the UK's no restrictions are to be lifted for the next 3 weeks. So that's a minimum of 3 weeks. So that takes us to the 7th of May. That means you're going to be getting QuaranStreams for at least another 3 weeks, guys. The latest crazy thing, Trump wants to open the borders. It's on the news all the time over here about Trump and the fact that he's already wanting to kickstart the economy again. And yeah, I think it's very, very early days for that, but that's okay, Sam, you are doing what is needed. Stay at home. Wisconsin extended our stay at home until May 26th. Yeah. I put news on, heard a couple of things and switched it straight off. Yeah. Well, it's happening now, our daily briefing. It's on. I've got my TV on with the sound off. And then I can decide after this ends whether I rewind the TV and watch the main bits or not. You're welcome, Essence818. Hi, Simon and everyone. How are you all doing? Hello, June. Nice to see you. How are you? I saw that pizza you had last night and how you reheat it. Oh, what I wouldn't do for a slice of pizza at the minute. Ohio is to plan opening businesses on the 1st of May. Wow. I just fear a second spike if it's done too soon. Having these for another 3 weeks will be fantastic if you can manage that. I'll try. I keep trying to think of things to talk about or do, so suggestions welcome. Otherwise, we'll just have a catch-up and a bit of a chat. But what I've decided to do today is to respond to the hashtag 20+2 questions. And I wasn't going to at first because there's so many of them that I can't answer. Well, I can answer, but the answer is just no. But there is some in there. And I saw it first last night on Diane's channel, my friend Diane from Indigo Moon Woman. And she did a VR, and it's a VR to the Witch of the Dismal Swamp. That's the name of the latest channel, the Witch of the Dismal Swamp. And it's hashtag 20+2 questions, because there's 20 questions plus a bonus 2 that if you want to answer, you can. So I thought I might have a go at answering them, and you might want to join in as well and put your kind of responses in there if you want to play along. What was that? I don't understand why the USA has that law where presidents can serve again. Bring back Obama. Yeah. It's sad I'll miss these QuaranStreams. Oh, is that because you're back at work? Hello, Anna Teresa. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Simon, doing okay. Just tired from heavy garden work, cooking and taking care of a friend. But all is good. Daughter was here for 10 days and son and family here for a while. Are you allowed to have visitors then? We're not allowed that here. We can't visit family or anybody outside the home. We can go out once a day for up to an hour for exercise or essential items, but we can't visit. And my mum, she doesn't get it. You know, she said on the phone last night, because my stepdad's made me that card stand holder that I told you about. And she's like, well, why don't you come and get it? She says, we can keep 6 feet apart. And it's so heartbreaking. And we can sit in the garden if you like. And I'm like, we're not allowed to do it, you know. I'd love to come and see them and stay 6 feet apart. But, you know, what if I take something and touch something, you know, and if anything happened to them, both in the 70s, I'd never forgive myself. So it's not just, you know, and 6 feet apart is a recommended, but it could be further. You just don't know. And like you say, you can transmit it by other ways as well. So it's hard. But anyway, I go to my mum's every 2 weeks to get her groceries and disinfect them, put them away because she's disabled. Yeah. Yeah, and same for Becca. All right, so let's have a look then at this hashtag 20+2 questions. So the first few I can't really answer because the first one is, what board games have you played recently during QuaranStream? And I do have board games, but not ones that you can play on your own. And I'm QuaranStreaming, put it on the brain, quarantining. What about, you know, from now on, I'll never be able to say the word quarantine. I'll just substitute it with QuaranStream. But I can't play them on my own. I've got Monopoly and I've got a few board games in the built-in cupboard in my bedroom. But yeah, I do like to play board games actually with people. I quite like it. There's something quite vintage about it now, isn't there? Do you have a garden? How big is it? I don't have a garden. Well, I don't have a big garden. I don't have a garden that's exclusively mine. There is a roof garden, which is shared by the residents. But currently, because we're in this situation, it's only a very small area. We've had a week of beautiful weather, everybody's on it. So wouldn't make sense to go down there either. But you know, I went to a big garden yesterday, if you've seen the video on my channel, at the local park. But yeah, don't have a garden. It's one thing I kind of wasn't bothered about giving up when I moved here, but one thing I really would love is for these apartments to have balconies. I think it'd be amazing just to get up in the morning and have breakfast on a balcony, especially when it's spring and summertime. It'd be really nice. And then with that, do you have a fairy garden? No, I don't. And do you have an outside altar? No, but that sounds really cool. And if I ever move and I did have a garden or a balcony or something like that, then I think I would create a little outside altar, because I've got altars everywhere in this flat. Yeah, I've got one in the bedroom. I've got my big one here. I've got my Buddhist shrine. I've also got my Gohonzon enshrined area. So I've got about 4 altars in my apartment. So I probably would create one outside. I have an outside altar. It's a mess right now. Yeah, it'd be lovely. It's definitely something I would do if I ever find myself to have a garden or something. And Sandra's going to create a small altar in her summer house. Deanne says, when you move to the shore, you can have an outdoor altar, Simon. Definitely. Definitely. Question 5 is favourite place to buy witchy goodies. I don't know if I can actually pinpoint that down to one. So I'll tell you my favourite places to buy witchy goodies. And again, it depends, A, what your term in witchy good is, and B, I get different things from different places. So incense and crystals would be Lysian, which is, I'm very fortunate, I live right above them. So if I go down in my elevator, get out on the upper mall, walk a straight line, I come straight to their stand. So I love them. They're really good, ethical business people, and they have a great range of incense and crystals. So them for crystals. I also like the Mystic Moon, which I took you to a few weeks ago when we went out for a drive. We went to that shop. So yeah, I like the Mystic Moon. And then Online, I like Powerful Hand that Becca told me about. I've bought a lot of the large glass candles and things from them. I buy things like Florida Water from them. I like Star Child at Glastonbury. So I buy things like sage from there and my chunky knobbly candles that bleed. And Spirit of Old, you know, I like them, which Sandra told me about. So there's quite a few places that I like to buy what would be termed as witchy products. Then what's the next one? The last witchy item you bought. I suppose I bought a few things when I went, but when I went to the Mystic Moon, if this is classed as a witchy item, I suppose, is this little bottle with the goddess on. It's got this stop in, just to put like either well water, moon water, rain water, however, or Florida water. This is part of the oh, what's it called? I forgot what it's called now. Somebody in the chat will be able to tell me because they've left it on there. But I've got a range. I've got, when I went to the hen shop in Avebury, I got this moon gaze in here, which is in the same pottery. And then I bought this bowl from there with the hairs all the way around. There's 3 hairs, one lying down there, look. Win Abbott, thank you. Win Abbott, thank you, Naomi. I love it. What else did I have that's Win Abbott? Oh, my little bowl. My little tea light holder bowl. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, so I suppose the last witchy thing I bought would be my altar bottle. I love that bowl in particular. When it reopens, I should go back because I want to eventually get the range of Win Abbott stuff because it's gorgeous. Love the colour of the pottery. It's like a mix of blue and brown together. Really nice. And you can buy on Etsy Win Abbott stuff if you want to, but like I say, the Mystic Moon, which is only up in the next town in Sherwood, stocks a lot of their stuff. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. You can't have pets or children under the age of 13 living here in this complex. It's not allowed. But you can have things that could go in a tank or a cage. But yeah, there's not a lot of space here, and to bring things, I don't really like to see things caged. That's not to offend anybody who has caged pets, but I don't know. I did when I had a kid, I had budgies and things like that, and hamsters, and I think they're great for kids, but yeah, pets I don't have. What's the next one? Do you have a favourite divination tool? What is it? Do I need to really answer that? My favourite divination tool, of course, is tarot. Absolutely love the tarot, and it's just an extension of myself. I just don't seem to be more than an arm's reach away from a tarot deck at any point in my life. So yeah, I really love it. Oh, and what I do, I should have brought them over actually. They're on my sacred space. Just bear with me 1 second. Somebody was asking about yes or no divination a couple of days ago. I can't remember if it was on one of these chats or in Becca's or somebody else's. But one thing I've used for a long time, I keep them in a little bag, is what's often referred to as Urim and Thummim, which is having 2 stones that are exactly the same shape, size, texture, which I have here. A black one and a yellow one, exactly the same size. and having them in a little pouch or bag or anything like that. And I suppose it's just the same concept of tossing a coin, isn't it? You know, heads or tails. But asking a question and pulling out one of the stones. So yes or no. And these are lovely. And originally they had little Buddhas printed on one side, but they're wearing off, which is fine because I don't use them for that. I just use them as... But you can use any stones, any black or white stones that are exactly the same shape, size and feel, so that as you're pulling it out, you don't know what you're going to be pulling. But they work quite nice for divination, Urim and Thummim. I didn't know him politically speaking. I'm not sure who you're talking about there. I got the rabbit and the tarot, tarots because you're showing the rabbit tarot. Yeah, somebody contacted me. I'm not going to name them because I haven't got permission to. A week or two ago and said that they'd ordered me the one with the badges and things on and another deck. But the shop's closed, so they'll be sending it as soon as they're open, which was really nice because they saw how much I like the rabbit tarot. Simon, I really love how you have your decks displayed. Something I have been admiring during each of your videos. Oh, thank you, Alana. They need a bit of a... They do need a bit of a sort, because as they grow, I'm pushing them in places, and I do need to. And I bought another one of these. Oh, I'm up and down today, aren't I? These are really inexpensive to get from Amazon, but these they're like they're for like herbs and spices. I think this was about £6-7. It's quite sturdy, but they're nice on the shelf to stack your decks on as well. You can get like 3 decks on each shelf. It's kind of like what we've got here, but that's a white plastic one that does this. But I bought this one because it's only about, I think about £6-7, but they're quite good. And I've ordered a few tins, which is taking forever to get here, from Make Playing Cards. Every day I'm thinking, oh, they'll probably come today, and they never do. To put some decks in that are either in tuck boxes or come without boxes like 2.0, etc. So I'm going to use that one, create one of the cubby holes, have a clear out, and to put all my tinned, I don't mean the tinned US Games tinned, I mean big full-size decks that I've brought custom made tins for. They are also great for divine masculine and feminine. Yes, you're on about the black and white stones. Talking about divine masculine, I had an email today, so it must be getting ready for coming soon, because the creator of the Divine Masculine Tarot, which was successfully funded on Kickstarter, they emailed me today because I was a Patreon backer, and they said, how would you like your name to be displayed with the card thanking the patrons? So I was like, oh, they must be getting ready. And I think they did say May originally. Simon, we are discussing the governor of New York. Oh, okay. Oh, grandkids on FaceTime. Enjoy, Naomi. Space saving for decks on your bookshelf. Yeah, really handy for that. Anyone ordered the double tarot tin from Make Playing Cards? No. How would they stay all together? Or is there like a line divider inside the tin? I know Kelly Bear spoke of, I know she's not doing it at the moment while we're going through this, having her shop open. But Kelly Bear spoke about making one of her pouches into a double pouch so that you could fit a tarot and an oracle, which I'm very keen to get that, because if I'm going out and about, I want to be able to have something that puts my Roots and Wings oracle and my tarot deck together, so I can wrap them and have them together. So I'm keen for her to do that, but she's not doing them at the moment. And she wants them to be exactly the same size. And I don't know if I've got a tarot deck that's exactly the same size as Roots and Wings. Simon, I want the double tin to put my blushing fall in, and I want to fit the blue box in there too, but I don't know how it will fit. Yeah. Kelly Bear sells it on her Etsy shop, but like I say, there's nothing on the shop at the moment because she's closed it while this is happening. Anyway, back to the questions. Question 9 is, do you have any children? How do you keep them occupied? No, I don't. So I don't have to worry about that. I just have to worry about how I keep myself occupied. What kind of family time do you have during quarantine? We are using the Facebook Messenger function, which has been lovely. And I think we've had more connection now because some nieces and things I might only see at the family barbecue that we have every summer, Christmas and big events. Whereas we've had quite a few where we've just rang, and whoever can answer, answers, and if you can't, you can't, but then we're all there chatting away. I get to see my parents, my sister, my nieces, their children. So it's been really lovely for that. Next one then is, what is your favourite show on TV currently? When I wrote these out last night, I put Ozark because I was obsessing with it, but I've just finished it. But it's still my favourite TV show at the moment. For pure sort of guilty pleasure, I enjoyed Tiger King. I know I shouldn't, but I did. I enjoyed it. It was addictive watching, but mainly through sort of disbelief of what I was witnessing. But Ozark was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What do I like that's currently on? Check out Bodyguard. I told Juliet that was Encrone to watch it, and she glided me afterwards and she was like, oh my God, that was brilliant. So it's available in the US as well. It's called Bodyguard. I think it's a 6-part or 4 or 6-part drama. Edgy seat stuff, really, really good. Wentworth, I love. And then I like Coronation Street. I'm not a huge soap fan, but I do like Corrie. I've watched it my entire life. And it's 60 years old. I'm not. Corrie is 60 years old this year. So there's going to be some big event happening. But yeah, I also like Question Time to catch up on my politics. That's on every Thursday night, so I like watching that. And other than that, I like a good drama. When the good dramas come on TV, I really like them. Every time you say Ozark is brilliant, my ego inflates just a little bit. Yeah, Ozark Oracle is brilliant. Jen says, you got to put your own oxygen mask on first, Essence. Okay. Oh, hi, Jen, by the way. Up late again. Or up early, one of the two. No, up late, isn't it? It's the middle of the night. How are you doing with quarantine? I'm doing okay, actually. There are moments, but overall I'm doing okay. When I heard last night that we was going to be in quarantine for at least another 3 weeks, of course you have that sort of, another 3 weeks. It's been 4 already. But I'm also surprised how quickly those 4 weeks have gone. And I'm back at work next week anyway, so that keeps me busy in the day. And, you know, thank God for modern technology. Thank God for this. And being able to connect with people. Because if we didn't, if this was 25 years ago, it would be a completely different picture, wouldn't it? Completely different picture. So, yeah. Question, we all talk about how much these lives have helped us, but how have you kept going? How have you motivated yourself to do this every day, especially on difficult days? I'm going to be really honest, really honest. Last night I didn't want to do Throwback Thursday. I really didn't want to do it. And I don't know why I didn't want to do it, because I loved Japaridze. But we have those moments, don't we, sometimes, where you just don't want to do something. And I spoke to a couple of people. I was like, I really don't want to do Throwback tonight. And I didn't know why. But do you know what? Once I did it and connected with people and chatted with people, I was glad that I had done it. It reminds me, I haven't put the vote up for next week. I'm very absent-minded at the moment as well. But as for QuaranStreams, Jen, I get such a lot out of them. I actually like doing QuaranStreams because it's an hour, 45 minutes to an hour out of the day where I get to talk to people, you know, and I get to connect and we get to chat, and I get so many messages, more than anything I've done, you know, in the history of my 3 years, even probably more than Tarathon and how big that is. I get more messages about QuaranStream than any other, where people are saying thank you, just thank you for doing them. And a part of me I feel really humbled, but you know, thank you as well, because it's such a boost and a lift for me as much as I imagine it is for you. It's very much a two-way street, you know, so thank you for your thank yous, but also just thank you for coming and turning up and supporting, because, you know, we're there for each other, aren't we? And never let anybody after this, well, during or after this, say again that there's no such thing as community, because that's bollocks. Because if this isn't community, then nothing is. Because, you know, I look down now and I see names in front of me, and they're familiar names. And it's even nice to see names that aren't familiar and you think, oh, someone's joined us, you know, and it's really nice. And there hasn't been any negativity on any QuaranStreams. You know, you're always going to get people pop up or trolls or whatever, but I don't know, generally it's a really positive thing that's coming out of something that's really negative, isn't it? You know, so Jen says, yes, I get that they help you too, but it's still so impressive that you've shown up daily. That's a big commitment, even with the benefits. But then we show up, you know, we are committed people. You know, we turn up for work every day. Okay, we get paid, but we get paid money. But when I turn up and do this, I get payment in other ways. Do you know what I mean? Like I was saying, it's as much for me. And when you are a content creator on YouTube anyway, you're always trying to think, oh, what could I do a video on? Or you'll hear something, you think, oh, I might talk about that, or I might show that. Or so there is that commitment there. And as your channel grows and develops, that sense of commitment gets stronger, I think, because people are subscribed to you. So they're investing their time to you in watching and contributing and leaving comments. And whilst I might not be able to reply to every comment, I acknowledge every comment with a heart to let people know I've seen it and I appreciate it. Our family. I'm just looking for capitals. Yes, exactly, Sean. Do you ever get public speaking anxiety beforehand? Not really. Not really. I mean, I am I'm not a public speaker, but by profession, or my old profession, I was in people development. So I am somebody that's used to standing up, usually with a PowerPoint presentation, training. And I used to train, you know, constantly, all the time, as part of my role in people development. So I'm used, as long as you know your subject, I think you're okay. The only times I get a little bit anxious, so I know I'll be anxious around Tarathon, because of the build up to it and the amount of people that turn up for it, and there's an expectation there, really. In my mind, a lot of people that go just want to be there and interact and have fun and listen to subject matter, but in my mind, I think it's because you know, this will be the third year I've held it. I'm always trying to think about, you know, I've got to do better than last year. Me, not anybody else joining. I've got to be better than I was last year. And that's kind of how I always set myself anyway in my life, is that sort of, you know, I put myself under undue pressure sometimes. But I used to get very nervous pressing the record button just to do a pre-recorded video. And then I used to get nervous doing lives. I don't get nervous doing lives now. I get nervous if I feel I'm out of my comfort zone. So some interviews, because I don't know how they're going to go, you know, or what's going to come up. I remember being so nervous before I interviewed Patrick Valenza. I was pacing up and down this front room all afternoon waiting for 4 o'clock, thinking, oh my goodness, what if my connection's not very good? What if I dry up? What if I ask him naff questions and he gets annoyed with me? He couldn't have been nicer. But, you know, they're the times that I get nervous, I suppose, but generally not. Way to make the rest of us more anxious about... No, Jen, that's what I'm saying. This is what I put on myself, honestly. Tarathon's fun. And even if, you know, in the first year, I'm mentioning no names, but in the first year there was a channel that refused to do a subject. They just said, no, I'm just going to just do a live and just chat. We kind of ask people now to have a subject because a lot of people see it as like a free study course. You know, but it can be about anything, and there's no kind of, I don't want anybody to feel any pressure doing Tarathon, because the idea of it is that it's fun and it's enjoyable. Oh, Dan's here. Hello, Dan. It is very basic now. Scaled it right back. But organise my altar drawers. Got my moon boxes to organise next. Also done my tarot and altar cloth. Brilliant. Why does Becca need hugs? Someone's saying hugs to Becca. I get it really bad. What, nervousness? That surprises me, because when we was at yours, you just seemed very, you know, even though we were sat watching you at one point doing a live, you seemed very natural. Oh, sugar. My stand just collapsed. I didn't have the backs, so my iPad went tipping backwards. Donna says, these damn ducks are getting way too big to be housed in a tub in the house when it's cold. I really need warmer days and nights. I'm really regretting these ducks, no matter how cute they are. Don't you go regretting our Herman. I'd love to make YouTube videos, but I'm terrified. There's only one way to overcome that, is just dive in and you'll get a lot of support. Simon, I'll have to watch your Japaridze video later because I still haven't opened mine. It's been sitting here for at least a month. Just no time or energy to do a video this month. No pressure, just do it whenever you can do it. And yeah, we shouldn't put ourselves under pressure. Okay, let's see if there's any more. Yeah, Jen saying, do it, Luna. Simon, you're so pure, don't even swear when something falls over. Oh, sugar. So I said, sugar. I'm not pure. I do swear. sometimes. Sometimes I swear, if I'm honest, I swear more for comedy element. I'm not an angry swearer, but I swear in kind of comedy settings, if that's the right word. I'm trying to think what I'm, sometimes you can use a swear word to enhance humour, and that's when I tend to do it. I made my first video fairly recently, and I was so scared. This is Zane. The community has been awesome and so supportive though, which has made me excited to make more content. Yes, Zane, come on. We need your second video. It's like that difficult second album, isn't it, that bands talk about. I did my album, it did really well, but now I've got that difficult second album. I remember how supported I was when I did my first. I was like, now what do I do? Oh, I'll do another tag. I think my first 3 or 4 videos were just VRs to tags. He said bollocks earlier. I did say bollocks earlier when I said that, people that say there's no such thing as community, it's a load of bollocks. This is it. We are it. Oh, next question. Oh, I am digressing, aren't I? It took like 20 minutes to answer that question. Do you have a secret silly thing you do at home? I bet we all do, don't we? Secret silly thing. Well, if it's secret, perhaps. No, not really. I walk around naked sometimes. In the morning, I get up. I don't even need my glasses on. It's strange. I get up in the morning. I get straight out of bed. I always sleep in the raw. I can't sleep with clothes on of any sort. I walk in here, into the kitchen, flick the kettle on, make my coffee. Don't need my glasses. I know my way around. It's strange, isn't it? Make my coffee, come back, get into bed, and then I pick up my phone and do my first check through of social media whilst having a coffee. If that's a silly thing, I don't know, but making a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the raw. I sing in the shower. Oh, I know what I do in the shower. Do. Simon said do. I've got a power shower, so it's run by a motor. And I like the power shower to hit me there at the back of my neck. Have you ever done that? It's an amazing feeling. You wake up in the morning, you get in the shower, I just turn straight away, and for about a minute or 2 I just stand with the power hitting the back of my neck, and it like charges me, charges my battery. It's like activating a control panel, and oh, it's amazing. I don't sing in the shower or anything like that. So that's it really. I'm a bit boring. I don't have any secret silly things that I do. Got little habits and things, but yeah, nothing really. Question 14. What is one thing you've done during quarantine you could not do before? These streams on a regular basis. I couldn't do them before because of work and Slim and World Class and other things. It was like, time I got home from work, done the shopping, because I shopped every day. Now I shop weekly. I shopped every day. Time I got home, done the shopping, cooked my dinner, sat down, it would be 7, 8 o'clock at night. And then I get an hour or so to watch some TV. Somebody would normally come on like Becca at 9 or whatever. I watch that, go to bed, and it starts again. So one thing it's been able to let me do is these QuaranStreams. I play with my cards more. When they arrive, if I get home from work and there's a card through the door, I'd have to then go down to the sorting office, pick it up, I'd, film an unboxing, and then I'd go to work the next day. But now they come, I can film and I can really play with them, edge them, get to know them on day one, which is really nice. And just connect with people more. I talked about the video conferencing and things that we've been doing. I think even after this ends and the new normal takes shape, I think we'll still do things like that, which the quarantine kind of forced us to do because we couldn't, you know, so there's no reason why we can't have more face-to-face social interaction over internet and stuff. How are you spending your days? They vary. I mean, Monday to Friday, normally I work from home now. So I'll be back at work Monday morning here at my desk where I am now. I'll work through the day, usually 8 till 4, as long as you do around 8 hours a day. You never really switch off there with emails and things, even in the evening. And yeah, but this week I've been off and I've really been enjoying just chilling out, watching some Netflix. This holiday that I've had this week is the one holiday in the year where I don't do anything or go anywhere, because I go to the coast in May, I go to the coast in August. October, I used to go to Liverpool or go, you know, go and see my sister. Christmas is with family. So this is the one time that I kind of stay at home anyway. Dan says, I've been thinking of edging some of my cards soon. Been looking through them all today. Have you edged any yet, Dan? Will that be a first kind of edging thing, or have you done some previously? I did a video about deck edging a couple of days ago. A stream, one of these streams. What's the weather like today? Do you know, I did the walk yesterday in the park because they said it was going to be the last nice day. And it was a little bit cloudy this morning, but the sun was coming through when I went shopping and things. This afternoon has been beautiful, really beautiful again. And now it's just starting to cloud over. And you've got those sun rays coming down, which are looking really lovely. But it's t-shirt weather, so it's been really nice. Never edged a deck before. Wow. Use a chisel tip, point it towards the back. That's the tip. I'll send you a link to a tutorial if you want, Dan. Simon, you should go on holiday in the US. That's my plan. It's my plan for next year or the year after, definitely. I want to do it next year if I can afford it, in my 50th year. And I've been to the States 4 times and stayed there for quite a time at one time in another life. Do you have a favourite place to go in nature? Just to the sea. I love being by the sea. Really love it. I also like woodland areas. That's why one of my paper plastic questions is sandy beaches or woodland areas, because I like them both, but if I had to have a preference, it would be by the sea. What is your favourite flower? Either poppies or lilies. I think they're both. I think lilies are beautiful and elegant and look nice in a home or on a reception desk or something like that. Poppies, I just think, are just stunning to look at. What's your favourite tree? My favourite tree is cedar. I think they look beautiful. Cedar trees look so majestic, really lovely. And growing up from the age of 0 to 6, we lived on a street, an avenue called Cedar Avenue, and at the bottom there are some beautiful cedar trees. So it reminds me of my childhood as well. What is your favourite crystal? My favourite crystal is malachite. Love malachite, and I've showed it before, and all my pieces. This is a rough piece of malachite which was gifted to me. So yeah, really love malachite. Like fluorite as well. Fluorite is really nice. That's the questions. The bonus 2. One is, what's your favourite brand of toilet paper, if you can get it? Cushelle is my favourite brand of toilet paper. I like scented toilet paper. Now that might sound weird, but I really like quilted. It's all about comfort. Quilted, patterned and scented. Aloe vera scented in particular. So, and Cushelle do a really nice brand like that. And Becca, if she's still here, she loves my toilet paper. She says, oh, you have the nicest toilet paper. And the second bonus question, are you still working during quarantine? And yes, I am. although I'm on annual leave this week, you do have lush loo roll. So yes, I am working during QuaranStream. Wow, I've been on for nearly an hour. That's flown by. Let's pull a card and I'll get off. I've got a gammon joint that's been in the slow cooker since 9 o'clock this morning, so 9 hours now, with cherry Coke. Oh, honestly, it's lovely. Just pour some cherry Pepsi. I use the diet one, obviously. Diet cherry Pepsi, covering the bottom. Put your gammon steak in there, put the lid on. 8 hours is optimal, but if you leave it any longer, it just crumbles. So mine will be nice and soft, but it's gorgeous. Orchards are amazing. Sounds delicious, it is. Wild cherry Pepsi is the best. Oh, I've not heard of wild cherry Pepsi. It's the Max that I like, cherry Pepsi Max. Oh, that's disgraceful. Sorry, I just looked up and they're showing a football match with 2 players punching the living daylights out of each other. Not quite sure why, because it must be an old footage, because we don't have football matches at the moment. Simon, I knew about the quilted toilet paper, but I never knew about scented. Once I can walk into a store again, I'll have to see if it's available. It's lovely. It's really nice. Leaves you all soft and fragrant. I like ginger Pepsi. Yeah, that's quite nice as well, the ginger Pepsi. All right, so a card for the next 24 hours. Let's go with that. I don't know what it is, but it's flown out. Oh, but what's flown out? Manifestation. Do you know what, guys? You can be anything you want to be. You can achieve anything that you want to achieve. You can bring into reality your dreams, okay? You have the tools. You are the magician in your life story. That you want, that you focus on, that you direct your attention and energy towards, you will bring into manifestation. Have the belief in yourself, and just know that thoughts create a reaction. There is one law that governs this universe, and it's the law of cause and effect. For every action, there's a reaction. So if you want your reactions to be something that you're focusing on, something that you want to bring into fruition, then channel your energy. Make sure all your thoughts, words, and deeds are going towards what it is that you want to have manifest. You've got the power to do it. You are the magician in your life story. Did you ever figure out your TV haunting? No, it did it the other day. I was on Glide to somebody and it did it again. I can't remember who it was to now. But I was on Glide to somebody yesterday or the day before and the telly came on. And it was in standby mode. So, yeah, most bizarre. All right, guys, thank you for being here today. Really enjoyed just catching up with you. If you do want to do this tag, it's hashtag 20+2 questions. It's a VR to the Witch of the Dismal Swamp. What day is it? Friday. So tomorrow is Saturday, cup of ketchup and cards, 4 p.m. here in the Hermit's Cave. Hope to see you there. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for all you do. And thank you to the mods as well. Until next time, guys, go in peace. Look after yourselves. Namaste and blessed be.